Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just got out of the theater from watching Until Dawn. I'm gonna have to rewatch this one again because I like the movie, but I need to watch this movie again. Uh, I I played the game and I really enjoyed the game. And when I was watching this movie, I knew what they were trying to do. I mean, I know they was trying to, not tell it the same as the video game, which is, I kind of wish they used a different location, kind of like, I mean, they were out in the sticks like that place where in the game was, but the house was much different looking. And, this girl's looking for her sister that never showed up. She went missing. And that's how this whole movie set up. She went back to get closure, but she also found out where her sister went missing. So they went to this place, and they all just kept getting killed over and over and over. And Until Dawn, Until Dawn has that sand dial that once it runs out of sand, it'll turn over and stuff. So when they got there, the thing was just sitting there. And then they started seeing all these names in this book. And she did see her sister's name in there. But the whole concept of this thing is they have to make it, of course, the video game, you have to make it until dawn. But when I played the video game, I was trying to get everybody to survive. But I think only 2 people end up surviving. And the whole premise is, something happened in that area, and it had these Wendigos. If somehow if you don't make it out, you turn into one of these Wendigos. And it's hard to explain, but I was watching this movie, man. I can't help but think about how much they put into to design, and because when I was watching the movie, I just got out. I was sitting there like, dang, well, they put a lot of money in this certain shots, especially when they started going down inside the mine. Because to me, I thought it took forever in the day to get back down to the mine. And I definitely have to watch this movie over again. I don't want to sit here and tell you that this movie blew my socks off, because it didn't. I am going to say, though, that I could say that this is going to be one of those movies that, it'd be a nice little Halloween movie to watch. It ain't got nothing to do with Halloween, but it did have some blood, guts, and gore in there. So if you're really into the blood, guts, and gore, this movie's for you. I enjoy movies like this. This was a Saturday matinee. I was a little tired, though. I'm not going to lie, because I actually had to go to work today. So my supervisor asked me to go to work today. I was like, man, I get to go to work today? She goes, yes, it's a Saturday, so you get to make good money. So I had to be there at 5:30 in the morning. So I don't normally get up early on Saturday. So, when I go see a matinee on Saturday, I usually sleep till about, 6:37. But today I got up at 3:15. So I think I was just tired a little bit from working. I only worked 5 hours, but then I come home and I got ready to come see this movie. So I think I got a little restless. So I think that I like this movie, but then I'm not sure how much I liked it. Put it that way. I definitely going to wait till it's available. And I think with the amount of movies that are out this weekend, like you got Sinners is still playing, you got the Accountant Part 2 playing, you got there's another movie that came out this week. You still got Minecraft. What else you got? There's another movie that's out this weekend, that came out this weekend. I don't know, but I know it's got a lot of competition. So you got Sinners playing, you got The Accountant 2 playing, and you also still got Minecraft. So I'm not quite sure where this is going to fall. I don't think it's going to do that good. But what was really cool, it said PlayStation Studios, and it was kind of neat because One thing I do want to share. You know how Marvel has their little theme where it opens up Marvel and it shows all the Marvel characters, and it has the Marvel characters kind of how it goes into the Marvel thing. Now PlayStation has a little thing, has their little thing going on now. It shows all their PlayStation. It had God of War, had Nathan Drake of Uncharted. It had Last of Us. Last of Us, man. The first game was awesome. This second game, man, I'm just not. That second series, I'm not feeling it. But anyway, back to this. I kind of wish, and I'm not complaining, I kind of wish they would have just done the one from the game. I would have felt better. But they just used a whole different, you know, they had all these, they had these young casts, and the cast was cool though. They were cool. They all look new to me. I ain't never seen these actors. Bunch of young people, man, which was cool. But you know, like I said, the plot was them trying to go find, this girl wanted to go find her sister where she was missing, and her friends went with her and stuff, and they're all like getting tired of getting killed. So they all figured out that they have to stop running. And then they did have a good part in there where, you know how the guy in the game and all the, like, you got Until Dawn, you got Little Hope, you got all those games where it got the man that sits back and he talks to you, and you know he's behind the desk. Well, he was in here, and you guys, I really gotta. I'm at a crossroads with this one. This has got to be a rewatch for me. I don't want to make this too long of a video, but then again, I'm sitting in theater going like, oh, okay, all right, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You know, and you know he was doing like the guy behind the desk, and you know how it cuts to the scene where he's talking, then he turns around, and then you know he's talking to you about all this stuff, and it's I can see what they were trying to do. I can see what they're. Now, as far as my enjoyment of the movie, again, I think I was tired because I got up today at 3-something, version 6, because I usually get up around 6 o'clock when I don't have to work. But I had to work today, so I had to make some money. So I think I was a little tired from that. And then I went straight in here and watched this movie. But overall, I enjoyed myself. But I will have to say that I'll have to watch this one over again. And so I will have to watch this, you know, when it comes out on digital. Yeah, I definitely got to watch this over again, because I really can't give you guys a, like a, you know, like I really can't, you know, if I was to give it a grade or something like that, I don't really like giving something a grade. I don't really want to give it anything. Because man, when I was watching this movie, there was some stuff in here that I thought I was impressed with. Well, I knew I was impressed with. One, I was sitting there going, "Jeez, man, I wonder how long it took them to set that up." You know, because I always look at a movie and I go, "Man, how did they set all that up?" And, you know, the people that has to make all these sets and all that, and all the water and all the stuff that goes on. And there was some stuff in there. There was some creepy imagery in there, man. Those Wendigos was pretty. Now the Wendigos, they was pretty close to the Wendigos that was in the game. Now the ending is pretty cool though, because the ending was, it's almost like the game got, when all of them got out, to be honest with you, all of them got out, and I was kind of happy about that. But the girl, Melanie, which is her sister, she didn't survive somehow. But anyway, I don't know what happened to her, but I think she died. But anyway, she became part of the trapped souls that was in there. But when they kind of knew they was screwed, man. Once they started getting killed, they was like, they were getting tired of getting killed. So they decided to make it Till Dawn. You know how the game is, Till Dawn. But at the end, when they all got away and they all drove off, it showed all these screens. And it was so cool because it went to the actual house. All the screens reset it to the actual house that was in the actual game. And I think that's what I was kind of excited about, because I thought that when I played that game, I thought that location and that house and the way that house was designed and stuff, that was so cool. But when at the end of the movie, he seen all the cameras reset, because at the end she found out that this guy was watching them all, and he kept telling her, you're the one that's got to decide on how all your friends are going to survive, you know. Kind of like in the game when, you know, the guy would talk to you in between scenes and stuff while you're playing the game. But so when she figured out, you know, he said the thing about this game is someone has to die, which is, she figured out that someone had to die in order for all her friends to survive. They barely got out of there though, you know. It was pretty cool, that part. And then they made it till dawn and stuff like that. They did a good job of filming this though, I ain't gonna lie. But I really think that this movie is gonna have a ton of mixed reviews, man. I'm talking a ton of mixed reviews. I think there's gonna be a lot of people who ain't gonna like this movie. I think there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be stuck in the category of it was okay kind of movie. There's some people probably downright just think it was just, you might want to skip it or something, or just wait till it's a rental. Me, I enjoy going to movies like this. It's only 1:53 right now. I went to 11:35 showing, and you know, I enjoy going to the Cinemark, man. I enjoy going to the theater, man, especially on Saturday. Yeah, I tell you, man, 2025 is starting to ramp up. So anyway, if you want a deep dive into this game, into this movie, where someone can just really just tell you about whatever and how they feel, and you know, you need to go to a YouTube channel that really gets in that. I'm not that type of channel. I'm just telling you guys that I really think that I should watch this over again. But as far as me thinking I wasted my money or anything like that, no, I didn't waste my money. Two, I'm on the fence about how I feel about the movie, but there was some parts in this movie that I just like, man, that's some good setup, man. You know, and like I said, I did like that PlayStation Studio thing where it showed PlayStation and it showed all the PlayStation, you know, because I play a lot of video games, man. Not like some people that are much younger than me. But you know, it's Nathan Drake, God of War, Last of Us. It had all kinds of stuff. It did just like the Marvel things that said PlayStation Studio. And then Sony's the production company that's behind this though. So I was like, I was in the theater. I forgot, man. This is Sony, man. But I guess you guys, I'm just trying to say, man, I'm not that type of guy, man, that wants to complain about a movie, man. I'm quite sure if you get on YouTube, there'll be people talking about this movie. This movie sucked. What the hell did I just watch? Like making all these thumbnail faces and stuff. And I ain't saying that they're entitled to their opinion, because I could tell that this movie's going to be all over the place when it comes to views and stuff like that. So that's all I got. I definitely got to watch this again. I think if I would have not had to go to work today, then, you know, if I'd have got up, like, because normally I don't have to work Saturday. And I knew that this was coming out, and I was excited. Oh, by the way, they showed a trailer of Megan 2.0 or whatever it's called. Looks pretty good. And they also showed I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah, I Know What You Did Last Summer. And also showed Megan 2.0. I was like, oh man, I was like, dang, man, I was in the theater going like, wow, yeah. And like I said, Megan, I know what you did last summer. It's got Jennifer Love Hewitt back in it. It's got Freddie Prinze Jr. back in it. Of course, you know Michelle Gellar got killed in it because she played in it, the first one. But it did show a picture of her at a gravesite and stuff, and it just brings back memories. So yeah, there's a lot of good movies coming out this year, man. I'm really looking forward to that Megan too, and then I'm looking forward to I Know What You Did Last Summer. I was like, man, I was in the theater going like, wow, man. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool, man. You know. But anyway, you guys, that's all I got. I didn't want to give you this long. I can't really tell you if. I think that you ought to wait and wait till this movie comes out to rent, digital. Like when it becomes available to rent at home, in the comforts of your home, then, I would watch it, see what you think. Far as going out and going to the movie theater to go see it, for me, yeah. For some of y'all, no. Some of y'all, I would just tell you to skip it. For me, no, because I wanted to go see the movies. Because I enjoy going to I enjoy going to the movie theater, and I enjoy the movie theater experience. And I'm all into support of movies in the theater. You know, I'm not all about just waiting on everything to come at home. But I think this is one that you might just want to wait till it comes out on available. I don't think it's going to take but about maybe 4 or 5 weeks to come out on, you know, digital to watch at home. So anyway, that's my out of the theater thing on Until Dawn. Like I said though, there's some parts in there, but at the end, man, when it showed, it's almost like the house reset. But this time when it reset, it was the house from the original game. And I was sitting there going, oh man. And then it showed the car driving up and stuff. Because I played that Until Dawn, man. I love that game. I also played Little Hope. I love that. And yeah. So anyway, y'all have a great day out there. Be safe out there, and we'll catch you next video. God bless. We'll see you.